Hey, it's Derek Richards. Welcome to A Drink with Derek, the reopening Las Vegas series, if you will. Here with, I love how you play. Look at that. It looks
It's
like
a drink with Derek, right?
my guest, Don Barnhart, who is the owner and the guy who runs the shack over at Delirious Comedy Club at the Downtown Grand, which used to be the old Lady Luck, downtown Las Vegas. The new Downtown Grand is a spectacular looking property. I'd been there before. I'd stayed when it was the Lady Luck.
Oh my God.
That place in the Lady Luck made Circus look like the Bellagio.
They've remodeled it, chandeliers. It's nice. They got a brand new tower with suites, beautiful valet parking. They've redone everything, and our new showroom is amazing. It's everything I could have hoped for.
Well, it's a great looking setup. I love the look. Now you have two Flasks. You're my new, and literally in that black suit, you literally look like a mobster that got out of a trial and it didn't go the way you wanted it to, which is why you're drinking.
It said a drink with Derek, so I wanted to prepare. Is this too much? I mean, I don't want to, I just wanted to make sure that we're.
I appreciate the commitment.
I mean, this is how we do it on the road. I didn't know what the drink with Derek curtailed. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Well, as a buddy of mine says, it's 9 a.m. somewhere.
It's what?
It's 9 a.m. somewhere.
It is. It is.
I love it. Two Flasks and a little mixer thing. I like it. Very, very well done, sir. Well played.
Well, again, I just wanted to make it authentic because.
Hey, listen, conversations with me usually are way better when you're inebriated, so I totally understand that.
So's life on the road. I mean, this is the Derek that I know.
That's breakfast Derek is what that is.
Right. There's no Irish whiskey in these. This is all Fireball because I know how much you enjoy the sweet whiskey, sweet nectar.
This interview's not done. I can't believe you own 3 Flasks. I know you enjoy having a cocktail from time to time. The fact that you own 3 Flasks is what's
they've been collecting. Yeah, they've been collecting dust. To be honest, let's be honest.
I mean, a lot of my Flasks are clandestine flasks that have plastic tops and everything. So I can sneak it into arenas for sporting events.
Yeah,
exactly.
Leather based. They're mostly metal, but they're gonna pop off on your.
On the metal detector.
Yeah. Now, one thing at the Delirious Comedy Club, we don't have a drink minimum at our club. We expect people to be adults if you want to have a drink, but we don't have a drink minimum. If you're going to have a drink, you're going to get a drink, but we don't force it down your throat, so to speak.
Well, the cool thing is, Delirious Comedy Club. Now you were operating Wednesday through Sunday in a smaller showroom. Yeah. Now, in light of everything that's going on, you're now in a larger space once you get done killing that dog in the background.
Yeah, things have been tough around here. We're dog sitting, we're making salsa, I'm mowing yards. So it's great to be back to work. I can't give any more blood. I'm pretty much emaciated at this point. I go in there and they're like, here's your cookie, go away. So
based on your 3 Flasks, I'm assuming your blood type isn't a type, it's a 0.02.
Yeah, about there. Yeah. Hey, I figured if I could get through this, and screw my liver up, at least, I'm not going to die of COVID. I'll die of alcohol poisoning or, something stupid.
Listen, I didn't think anything of COVID until the porno awards canceled. And I'm like, all right, if that chlamydia covered crew was worried about catching something, I'm like, okay, this might actually be legit. So
yeah. At least chlamydia, you take a shot, I think, speaking of which,
what a grand idea. Well, you played hockey earlier today, so the fact that you're knocking back some cocktails afterwards is at least keeping in the spirit of your hockey brethren. So
I did.
I can appreciate and respect it.
Yeah.
So Delirious Comedy Club, you're open now, which is great. Showtimes, it's actually Thursday through Sunday instead of Wednesday through Sunday. So you're doing 2
nights, 8 and 10 o'clock though, because here's the thing, we do have limited seating based on social distancing. We're clear. Half our room puts us at about 84, but we're only going to seat about 52 right now because we want to make sure everybody's comfortable. We want to make sure there's extra space. This is a strange time, and we want people to have fun. And And last week we reopened. We were jam-packed by social distancing standards, of 50 people, 6 feet apart from each table grouping, no groups. Even though we can seat up to 6, we try and keep it 2s and 4s because we want to make sure we do everything right. We want to mitigate all the exposure. We want to make sure people are safe, comfortable. You do have to wear a mask during the show unless you're actively drinking. Speaking of which, I think I'll have another.
My favorite is literally seeing somebody who had a slit in their mask and they literally stuck a straw through the mask and they were drinking.
I was going to get one of those old beer goggle, the helmets with the 2 things, and then have your straws down.
That's perfect.
And it's important to hydrate. So as long as you're hydrating, I guess you could take your mask off. But we want to do it safely. That's the hardest part, is to make sure people are comfortable.
You should sell those on the way in.
You know me.
Idea. Get your Delirious Comedy Club drinking helmet on. Throw a couple of bottles of a beer in there, and get the straws going, and you're set. That wouldn't be the dumbest thing I've seen happen on Fremont Street, and probably that's probably infinitely less alcohol than most people are consuming. Right.
Could you get a hat with those big yards to hold the yards up? That would be.
Well, you got to get it retrofitted, so go ahead and do that in your garage and make that magic happen. Now, the room you're in now, people that have gone to Delirious Comedy Club before know that it was called the spare room. It was when you walk in the front door at the hotel. Now it's different because they added that extra tower. So I know the front door is probably reconfigured, or is it still?
No, the hotel check-in area is still on that side off of the street right across from the Mob Museum. And then
Hogs and Heifer is the bar over there.
Yeah,
and then
right across from Hogs and Heifer.
George Grill.
That's the entrance. And so now the bigger room is just to the left of there, 20 yards away. The spare room was more intimate. Here it's a little bit bigger. It looks grand. If you look at some of the pictures on our website at deliriouscomedyclub.com, you'll see some of it's a bigger area, so we have more space to socially distance. We have a 25-foot, we call it the comedy moat, where laughter goes to die normally, from the stage to the audience. And it's funny because every comic, every entertainer, we joked around about, we walk into a venue and there's a dance floor in front of the stage. We're like, no, you got to push people up because comedy's always been that way. But now with the changes, it's either we don't abide by these rules or we stay home. And so the audience, it was like the 80s. They were so thrilled to come out. They were so understanding and cooperative, wearing their masks. And we were 6 foot. They go, no, we understand. We're so happy to be here. And the comics, even though we thought, oh man, that 25-foot gap, it was fine. It's different, but people are so happy. It's great to blow the dust off. So I've got comics doing guest sets, just coming in to kind of, coming off the bench after a bad season. It's Barnhart with his humorous anecdotes. And one thing about doing comedy, and this, you've been out on the road. You're one of the few guys that actually have been working this whole time in the underground comedy circuit, as I like to call it. But people are like, oh, I can't remember my act. I was listening to my CD, watching old tapes from Evening at the Improv, trying to remember bits. Because I can remember the joke, but the subtlety, the nuance, the throwaways, all that stuff that makes live comedy so fun for both the audience and the performer, those things we got to get back to. And so being on stage, one show and it's like, all right, we're back. There we go. And you probably felt it as well on stage.
No, it's tough. I mean, when you're coming back, I don't care if you're a comedian, musician, or whatever. I mean, if you haven't picked up your guitar or the drumsticks or got back on stage and with the other band members and get your timing going again. And same thing with comedy. I mean, you've got to, it's like golf. I mean, you've got to go to the range and you've got to hit 2 or 3 buckets of balls to get your timing and everything working again. It's crazy that I literally had to fly to Florida, South Carolina, Michigan, and Indiana to get work because there were no shows in Las Vegas.
Right.
But it's funny because no one ever thought that Vegas was going to close. When all this went down, Nobody, friends of mine back home are like, oh, you're fine, dude. Vegas isn't going to close. It's going to stay open forever. Nothing's going to close Las Vegas. And then I got back and I'm like, oh, they closed Las Vegas.
I got off a cruise ship, and while I'm flying home, they go, oh, we're closed. I went, okay, the clubs are going to, they need to do something. No, Vegas is closed. And those are words that we never want to hear again. You know, the governor, I can't even imagine that our leaders are back and forth. Nobody knows, but he got us open again. Now, nobody knows what's going on, but he got us open. I don't think we can ever put that animal back in the cage to close up, because it's leaving too many people stranded and out of work. And here's the thing, I don't mind, okay, if we all take time off, but you better take care of the people, give them unemployment, do something, because you can't say you can't go get work, you can't work, and then but you're on your own, and my mortgage is still the same price. The banks didn't reduce my mortgage and stuff like that. So, you know, I would have performed for one person, you know, if I could get back to work. And we did. Some of the comics were so scared about getting on stage, so we had a little open mic in my garage. We set up my garage, and, you know, apparently you're supposed to not have the car running when you do a garage show.
If the COVID doesn't get you, the carbon monoxide will.
But we needed spotlights. You know, I wanted to make it authentic, you know.
Of course. And why would you not have the car run in the garage? That's a great idea. I can tell you a number of people that would have been more than happy to have been in your garage with the car running, going through this ridiculous amount of garbage, because people don't understand. Two people outside of Las Vegas, outside of Nevada, don't realize that. I mean, a lot of friends of mine back east they got unemployment almost immediately, and our unemployment in Las Vegas didn't crank up until, you know, the end of May. And
the PUA for independent contractors.
Yeah, exactly.
Independent contractors, but also the lighting, the riggers, everybody that works, you know, behind the scenes. And I always come from the philosophy: you can't get on stage until the show is set up, until the lights are turned on, until somebody sews the curtains, makes the light, picks the light up from the warehouse, you know. So we're all in this together, and so many people, not just entertainers, but the staff, stage, the crew, the ticketing people were all out of work, and so we're so happy to get back, just to put them back to work. You know, we kind of, when we became artists, for lack of a better word, we all knew we may not get rich doing this, you know, but if we can make enough to pay our bills and do what we love, we accepted that. But these people, they have, you know, normal lives, if you will. So, you know, that's the part that really broke my heart. And to put them back to work, just, it's such a relief. And to hear people's laughter, you can't see the laughter, you can't see the smiles on their face. So it's like performing for a Jeff Dunham closet.
I've seen your act. You really can't see people. Even without masks, people are just
on that note.
And you should enjoy your cocktail. But no, you come in there, and I think what's cool and what is very uplifting to a lot of people, even outside of Las Vegas, is when they see Vegas opening up again. Yeah. And just that sign of hope that good things are rolling down the pike, good stuff is happening. And, you know, again, everyone's doing what they can to stay as safe as they possibly can, whatever your feelings are about COVID-19.
Yeah. Well, just do it safe, you know, and if you are at high risk, then you should stay home and be safe and wait, you know. But, you know, you probably have the same thing. My emails, my texts are blown up. Is it open? Is it open? Is it open? You know, and it is. And it's so great to be able to announce that, you know. It's baby steps, you know. It's like, what about Bob? Baby steps, you know. Oh, yeah, we're getting there. And that's all it is. So we are open. Las Vegas is back. Now, it's safer and cleaner than it's ever been. So there's some good things about this, especially in entertainment. It's also cleaned house on some of the people that maybe shouldn't have been doing this, that maybe have thought about a different career like Uber. So it's helped thin the herd a little bit on that part. Right. You know, I'm a glasses half full kind of guy, if you know what I'm saying. So, you know, it's back and it'll get better. And every week we have new announcements of other clubs. I know you interviewed some of the other incredibly talented people and reporters that little by little shows are opening, you know, one at a time. Okay, that's good. And I talked to the Laugh Factory, Harry Basil and Brad Garrett, and and some of the other clubs, because we all want to be on the same page. We want to do it. Hey, what do you know that I don't? What can we do to make it as safe as possible for the customer so we don't have an increase in exposure and testing? So we're all in this together. And that's one thing. Even shows that aren't stand-up, they're calling me to make sure we're on the same page. What do you know about the rules? So, okay, that way we can be so clear-cut and make sure we're following the guidelines.
If you say that stupid line, "We're all in this together," one more time, I'm going to throw you down that flight of stairs behind you.
Well, if you notice, we already have a skelly up there. We're getting ready for Halloween, you know.
Hang on, show that skeleton again. That's my December 2020. That's actually my 2020 calendar right there.
Yeah. Hey, Derek, she's single.
That's it. Oh, I would totally bone her. Come on, people.
Hey, you see this bone? Because
come on, people. You get it because it's a bone. Delirious Comedy Club, Downtown Grand, downtown Las Vegas, off of Fremont Street. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous showroom. The casino itself is fantastic. I mean, they have, you were saying that live entertainment has returned inside the restaurant Freedom Beat within the Downtown Grand.
Yeah, they have music going on there. The brunches, the pool parties are still going on because it's still nice in Vegas. And so they have some music up there, DJs and things. You can go to the downtowngrand.com website and see all that they're doing. But the main thing, come out and have a laugh. We need to laugh. And laughter is so cathartic. It's healing. I didn't really understand how much I missed it, how much a part of me is in comedy and humor and being able to share that laugh, to hear that laugh. It just vibrates within my soul. I know for you as well, you know, and you'll be down there soon and telling some jokes and sharing a little beverage or two, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. I can't wait to get down there and see it. I'm excited. Again, it's you see
this is hard to do this early in the day.
Your drink a little too stiff. But Thursday through Sunday for now, 8 and 10 p.m. at the Downtown Grand, downtown Las Vegas, Old Vegas, Delirious Comedy Club in the bigger showroom that's set up over there. It's gorgeous. If you go online, follow Don on social media, also Delirious Comedy on social media as well. You can see the pictures and you can see what you guys are doing to help keep people safe, and keep socially distanced and everything. And like I said, everyone has their own opinion about COVID-19. But in the meantime, just wear a mask. Don't be a douchebag. Come out, have fun. If you feel sick, stay home.
But wear your chin diaper, you know.
Wear your diaper? Okay.
Wear your chin diaper.
Oh, your chin diaper. I thought
you know,
I was talking about me wearing my regular diaper anyway.
Well, I mean, we do, you know, proper preparation prevents poor performance, you know.
I like your.
So the one main thing that we have to emphasize, buy your tickets ahead of time online because, and not even for our club, but for every club, we're trying to limit congregation. So buy your tickets ahead of time. That way you can go right to the showroom. You don't have to stand in line to get your ticket. You just show. It's all paperless now. And we want to be safe. We want you to be safe, and we want to have some fun. And that way we can just emphasize the comedy part of it and not the, you know, the herd of people. And most people have been really good about that. We literally only had to tell one person, hey, we just need you to back it up and allow other people their 6 foot space.
Right.
But get your tickets online, deliriouscomedyclub.com, the donbarnhart.com, DerekRichards.com, because he'll be there.
You can also go to the Downtown Grand website and then click on the entertainment link there, and that takes you to your site also to buy tickets.
That takes you back to Delirious Comedy Club, back to our ticketing site. So if you don't mind clicking away.
Dude, so good seeing you. So happy to see you.
I so appreciate checking in. And if you ever get a chance to have a drink with Derek, have a drink with Derek.
And we will end on that.